this week on What's the Remedy podcast.
All right, what's up? Welcome back. This is What's the Remedy podcast. It's your boy, Dr. J.
Mr. Wash.
Ashley Ray.
All right, this is your weekly conversation about mental health, mental wellness, black people issues, social issues, just all the things that plague society. It is your prescribed antiseptic to toxic masculinity. We are What's the Remedy. Hey.
That sounds like a what's the name? Like a do a countdown to a song or something.
Turn your radio down. Turn your radio down.
Talking about next on the countdown
Next
is
on the countdown. Yeah.
coming in at number 10 this week is What's the Remedy?
What's the Remedy? Going in number 10. Remedy. Y'all don't know that Remedy song? Jagged Edge?
No.
Be the remedy to your body.
I'm not a Jagged Edge fan.
No, nice.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Oh,
After Let's Get Married.
Shout out to
I like that
Jagged Edge.
heaven one. What's that? Feels like I just lost out of here.
Yeah, they all sound the same.
Yeah,
that's one thing I didn't like about Jagged Edge. All their songs sound the same.
They was
And they wore a lot of do-rags.
They was a Charlie Wilson group.
Everybody wore a lot of do-rags at that time, though.
They did.
Everybody wore do-rags. I remember everybody had the two-tone do-rags. You had do-rags with the hats. Do-rag, you used to like tie designs in the back of your do-rag because you had a do-rag on all day because you wear it all day. It was like a fashion statement. It wasn't no like keep your hair together thing. It was just
You
you had
got
to wear
do-rag on.
That was a whole like Nelly Midwest.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nelly and all them. And then when Nelly and them came out and they started wearing the do-rag like untied
Yeah.
and just putting the hat on with it hanging all down. And I was like,
You wore it like that too?
no, I never did that. I never went that far.
Yeah.
I wasn't that into the do-rag game. Anywho, how was y'all weekend? How was everything going?
Didn't do shit. I don't remember. I didn't do shit.
I feel about the same way. I didn't do shit all weekend.
For real? I could have swore y'all was out.
No.
No,
I went, well, I did. I went out on Saturday, but I only went out Saturday because of that the Georgia-Alabama game. And so, like, we went to Midtown to go watch it at this spot called, I don't even know what the hell it's called. I forgot. But it was like a little, it was like a little white people bar.
Mm-hmm.
But they were playing the Georgia game and it was on all the stations and shit. And they had like $5 absolute meals. So,
I did see you drinking.
Yeah.
You was drinking. You
Drinking,
was drinking.
yeah.
Always.
Always.
Mm.
All the ways.
Mm.
But yeah, no, that's one place I went out to this weekend. What about you,
Oh.
Ashley, right?
I went to see one of my homegirls perform a play called Seminar. It's a Broadway play, but she performed at Houston Communities.
At where?
Houston Community College at their performing arts called Seminar. She did good. That was her first play ever.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what's up.
Yeah.
I'm happy for her.
He could do a play.
I
Have
did.
you been to play
Listen,
before?
Have I did a play before?
Yeah.
Not in high school.
Still.
So, do you think you'd be an actor? You don't think you find yourself being an actor?
That would be great.
It'd be great to be an actor, or
Yeah. Put me on the stage, Tyler. Put me out there.
Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
You want to be in a Tyler?
We on a
Perry?
first name basis. Tyler, no.
You and Tyler.
Tyler.
I'm about to say this stuff is hard.
It's gotta be hard. Yeah.
I remember doing the play back then. Have the all the lines and stuff.
Yeah.
The cues. That's hard.
I want, yeah. That's a bucket list of mine.
Bucket list.
Be on the
Yeah,
play?
bucket list it out.
You be like one of them older people, like when you get
Older people,
If you don't do it now, you might wait till you
You
get a
just
career
gonna
change.
don't throw that in there. I'm just feel like that. What?
You gonna be like the old lady on Black Panther.
I know.
You'll
Old
be,
as hell.
You'll be 90 years old and
I
made
did.
your first.
Look at me.
Pretty much.
I mean, but she made it though.
She made
She's
it.
90, but she made it. That might be your.
I want to write a play too.
You want to write one?
Mm.
I can
You
see
get
you.
to write money.
I can see
Yeah.
you. I can see you being in the play and stuff like that. I can see you being bag lady number 2.
Oh, you don't like my ensemble today?
Grifter number 1.
We going through
That's
things.
how I
Own bigums.
This is called.
Yeah.
This is called. Hey, I'm here.
Homeless lady 3.
Shut up.
Number 3 in the credits.
Actually, do look kind of like a bum today.
That's fucked up.
You the one that said it.
I look like a
You brought-
woke crackhead today.
You brought attention to your outfit. So we
Right.
I
gotta
just threw
comment
this
on
on.
that.
I was like, this looks pretty neat.
You bust up in the house and say da-da.
It looks pretty neat today. Whatever.
Do your thing.
And I also went to have like winter. What is that? Crab Queens.
Yeah.
Blame
I
it on
seen-
Quay. He owns it.
Yeah.
The
dude with
Instagram dude.
the-
And
the
the
TT.
TT. Yeah.
TT, yeah.
Yeah. It was real.
That's
I mean,
all you got?
It was really first of all,
It was really colorful.
really colorful.
Okay.
Really
I
colorful.
get that.
No, yeah, white folks in there, some Mexicans too. Really colorful.
I ain't talking about that color. But
No.
it's really
Oh, they did some colorful shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of shit did they?
Like, hey, okay, I'm gonna get the crab legs, the shrimp, and the sausage with the potatoes. All right, that's gonna be $25.85. Now, it ain't even came out yet. We waited an hour for it.
I mean, wait, don't normal people don't they make you pay beforehand for a lot
No,
of that
at the table. I ain't
Oh,
ordered
you
to go.
at the table?
Yeah,
And they told you pay before it come?
basically.
That's because
Swipe my damn card, and then time I went.
black folks.
I was like, they still up here. Then gave me my receipt and told me sign that when you done eating. Sign it when you done eating.
What?
And give it back to me.
They want to make sure you ain't stealing.
So they ain't come out and chicken on you?
They came. Oh yeah, dude, Terrell came a couple of times. I guess the way I was looking, like, what food it. But it was actually cool. The season was cool. Yeah.
Well, the food was good though.
The food was good.
It was seasoned
The
well.
atmosphere was more like, it's not the same. Southside is always different from Northside is more relaxed to me.
So what was the atmosphere like?
It was alright, ain't nothing. I'm driving way out there. It's off of West Time and the Beltway. I'm not driving way out there.
Oh, I mean, but it was.
They had a
too loud?
DJ. Nah, I wasn't live. Like, they had a DJ. They had to tell the DJ to turn down the music. He was trying to really pump that shit up too early.
Oh.
It's family in here. Babies got.
Yeah.
Turn that down.
I mean, it's kind of like what you call it. Lotus be kind of lit sometimes.
Be lit.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
back in the
it
day,
is.
I ain't been to Lotus in like a couple years now, but back in the day, Lotus used to be
Southwest
kind of
is
lit.
just a little different.
It is. But you over here East Side. You a East Side Rosado.
Yeah.
So you don't really fuck with that side of town. So
I was like, I gotta bring a meal to go out there. I'm good.
Yeah,
By the time we made it back
Pack
home, I was
sandwiches.
hungry.
yeah, pack sandwiches on the way. Get you a cooler.
Pretty much.
Like you taking a road trip.
But no, that's actually a nice little spot. You guys should check it out. I'm just, I'm big. I like seafood, but I ain't driving way out there.
I mean, I feel you. I mean, y'all got seafood places over here. What y'all got over there?
Baytown seafood.
I ain't eating that shit.
Probably
No,
don't.
I'm talking about like boiled crab type of stuff. We ain't
No,
got
we go to what's name though.
Cool.
Since we on this side of town.
LA crawfish?
No, we go to Crosby.
Yeah. We'll go to crawfish.
Oh, okay. I've heard Crosby.
Crawfish
good
shack
stuff.
and stuff like that.
Yeah. How close
Now
is
they-
Crosby to here?
About 15.
15, 20
Oh, okay.
minutes.
Yeah, I've heard Crosby has some good stuff. So I have to try that.
Oh, you
one
just
day.
make it yourself. I think that's what the better part is. Like, I'll do crabs bottom.
Oh, so you can cook now?
No, follow instructions.
Well, then that ain't
I
the
mean,
same.
the
man.
blandest.
Follow
Yeah,
instructions
it's,
from
right.
there.
It's gonna be straight
No,
boiled.
No, I can boil.
No
You can
seasoning,
boil
nothing.
some crabs, though. You
Like,
can
what
boil
season-
crabs.
You ain't got no seasoning.
You never boiled crabs before?
What you boil this crab in? Water.
Water?
No.
She's boiling in
And they
water.
didn't put my potatoes in the bag. I had to tell him, like, I ain't never been nowhere. You ain't put everything in that bag. And
No,
like,
seasoning
me-
stuff shaking, yeah.
I'm in there throwing people potatoes on the side. But it's cool.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm supporting everybody, Support.
You do what you gotta do.
Just, dang, I ain't know if I want another drink. You already swiped my card, sir.
So did you order another drink?
Hell no.
I was gonna ask, like, how do they handle that? Like, so if you order something else, they gotta bring you a new ticket?
Hey, the table next to us was like, they weren't feeling that shit, and they were like, we'll take that off. She was like, you just swiped my stuff. Like, it got real bad up there.
Yeah,
I already paid for it. So you,
Yeah, I was thinking it too.
Yeah.
What if you didn't like what you had and how you handled that?
Yeah, I'm not sure how I would I don't think I understand how that works.
I ain't never been. It made it look like I was getting my food to go, but I wasn't. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds interesting.
Maybe he was like, I'm making sure I get my money.
I feel
That's
that.
like,
Yeah, y'all niggas ain't running out on him.
I don't know nobody that walks out on the tab.
You don't know nobody that walked out on the
Really?
tab?
Mm-mm.
Damn. I mean,
I was made to. Somebody made me walk out on the tab.
I would say I haven't done it, but I remember like in high school, people would do it
Yeah.
all the time. But
I
like
ain't-
not older.
I thought that was horrible.
Yeah, no,
I ain't about to walk out on the
I ain't
tab.
never walked out like, especially not as an adult. Not walking out on no tab,
It was a dine and dash.
dining there,
Yeah.
go to
Then the
bathroom
Texans won, so God is good.
all the time.
Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna move right along. To the main segment. Our main segment is called the Check Yourself segment.
Check yourself.
All right, so our check yourself segment this week is going to be about basically social media, because we were looking through social media, that kind of stuff, and one of the things that came up was that people kind of live vicariously through social media. And like, there's a lot of issues with living vicariously through social media. Like, for one thing, you get to see people doing a whole bunch of shit while they're on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know I get on, and you can get on Instagram and you just be scrolling, and people be in like Hawaii, the Bahamas, Thailand is a big one now. You know what I'm saying?
Another dude.
Who?
She got another dude now.
Who got another dude?
You know.
What you talking about?
They're saying they got another boyfriend.
Oh, they got another boyfriend. When you, like, you really just came out of nowhere. What we talking about trips? You talking about she got another dude, and you looking at your phone. So I'm like, dog, she was looking at somebody. Oh, she done got another.
That's
nigga.
what we do when you go to Instagram. Like, oh, she got another nigga. I'ma like it now, but damn, bitch, that's the fourth one this year.
That wasn't the nigga you had on here last week.
Damn. So I mean, okay. So how do y'all feel about social media in general? Do you think that it's slowing down any of the processes of life? Like,
yes,
it's killing us.
It's killing me.
Why?
I sleep with my phone next to my bed.
Why?
Because it's my alarm.
But shouldn't you? Okay, so this is the problem I had with it. I had to start kind of moving my phone away from my bed because if my alarm goes off, like, it's too easy for me to just reach over there and hit it. Like, if I move my phone away from my bed at night, then I have to like get up and turn my alarm off.
So your phone way over there?
Yeah.
What you got? What if somebody calling you? It's an emergency.
You know what people need me for?
You never know. I might be stranded somewhere.
Well, hopefully I hear it.
Oh shit! You ain't the one to call.
I mean, I really am. I've gotten calls like that before where it was like an emergency, but the phone's gonna ring. I'm gonna wake up. That's my whole point, though. I have to wake up to get it. Like, I have to wake up to go pick it up. So aside from social media, you should keep your phone away from you. Oh, and the whole radiation thing. Like, then you ever heard like you have too much radiation if you sleep by your phone, or have your phone in your face all night, and then just go right to sleep and sit it next to you? Like, you get a lot of radiation. They think it causes cancer and shit like that.
Everything causes cancer.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to, I'm trying to give you the heads up. I'm trying to keep you cancer free, my nigga. Like, I'm what you want me to do.
I'm trying to help you out.
I'm trying to help you out.
Okay.
I'm trying to keep
Everything
you cancer
causes
free.
cancer.
You don't even care no more. Smoke cigarettes then. Shit.
I almost lost my phone today. I almost went crazy.
I know. I believe it. You can't live without it.
Where's my phone?
Yeah.
So you think your phone is an addiction? So
Yeah.
is it the phone itself that's an addiction, or what do you do with your phone? Because I mean, we're really talking about social media, and I feel like every time I pick up my phone,
both. But I'm starting to, I'll did that once.
Well, the only reason my phone is an addiction is because of the social media is on it.
right? That's all.
Like I'm not rushing to my phone to make calls.
No,
Yeah,
but I play
whatever.
games on my phone to help me like chill, relax.
And I do too, but it's like, but usually, like I say, you look for your phone to, hey, what's going on Facebook? Look at someone's Instagram.
I don't have a Facebook app on there.
But you have your Instagram.
Yeah.
Get your Snapchat.
Yeah, but I don't look at people's
you don't watch
Snapchat.
people's snaps.
Not that much.
But you snap a lot.
You
I
snap.
snap.
That's
But
the
not
whole
that
point,
much.
though.
Not that much is no more. No. Y'all might get one in the morning. One in the hell, I hate my job one,
Oh, so
but-
you get one on the way to work out, on the way away from the
That's all
workout.
y'all got. Y'all should know my rotation.
But that's a routine. On social
It
media.
is a routine. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. It's a routine.
Yeah.
But I don't look at nobody's stuff. So it doesn't change. Like, I believe I started looking at people's Instagram and be like, God.
Well, my rebuttal for that, though, is like you're not looking at people's stuff, but you have yourself on a routine that, hey, I'm going to work out, or hey, it's one time I'm going to post this in the car. I got to post this of myself.
I don't have to
Hey,
post
so,
it.
So it's kind of like... So it's
I'm
kinda,
writing your day, nigga.
whatever, but you feeding the system.
I'm feeding you.
Okay, so I have this question.
This positive energy over here.
I have this question for you.
You want to
Ashley.
hear me sing?
No.
What you
No,
want?
we don't. No.
That we heard earlier.
What you
Yeah,
want?
not that shit you did on 5 steps.
Yeah.
When we tried to hit that 5 steps, you was not hitting it.
No.
That wasn't the
You-
right
you
song.
was-
That wasn't the right song for me. You pick what you want.
You wasn't even
That wasn't my key.
Woody on that song. You was
I
off.
wasn't prepared.
Okay. Anyway, so with you saying that you doing it for other people.
I ain't
like,
doing it for.
I'm not saying you doing it for other people, but you blessing other people with your presence.
blessing. Yeah.
So how do you feel about people that post like everything that they do? Like if they out on a trip, if you're out on a trip and you posting stuff all the time, like everything you do is posted, whether it be Snapchat, Instagram Live, Instagram Story, Facebook Live, Facebook Story.
I'm kind of iffy on something like, I have family members like that post everything when we go on family trips. That you be like, damn nigga, was you living in the moment of that time? Or I can see sometimes we take pictures and we leave our phone away and then you put it later on there.
Yeah.
Because I be trying to enjoy where I'm at. Majority of the time I try to.
I will say that's one of the good things about like the cruise. Because you don't be having no service, so you can't post nothing. So like when I was on the cruise, like I had to take pictures and then just save them all. Or like even if I was taking
even if you
snaps,
out the country, like if they ain't got Wi-Fi.
Right, you out the country.
Yeah, I was good.
Yeah, you good. And it helped. Like, when I was in Canada and stuff, because they charged me for data, and I wasn't trying to pay it. So
I got family members like, we in the lobby. We in the restroom. Look at this restroom, y'all.
But see, like, and they say things like that are good, like to take those kind of trips, whatever, they kind of disconnect, and stuff. But then my anxiety flares up because, like, when I went on a cruise, and I did other stuff, like went on other trips, and you disconnected from everybody. You kind of just like whatever happened on the trip is what's happening. Kind of disconnect from everything. And I've had like on 2 occasions where I've taken the trip and I've gotten back and they be like, oh yeah, such was in the hospital and blah blah. We don't want to tell you because you're on your trip.
But what you gonna do about that? Like you can't do nothing. So you need to enjoy your life.
And that's what my like I said, my dad had said before. Like, don't tell him until he gets back. Yeah. Because he can't do nothing.
Right. So you're gonna think about that the whole time.
Yeah. So.
And I feel that, and you know what, I sometimes think about that even in just us wanting to stay connected with everything. Like there's a lot of things that and since we're just talking about social media in general, like there's a lot of things that we kind of keep ourselves abreast of and news that we keep ourselves aware of that we can't do nothing about. But because we have to feel like we have to stay connected, we have to know everything that's going on, and then we add stress to our life that we can't even fix.
My mom said that. She was like, I gotta start watching the news because it was stressing her out.
Yeah, I don't watch the news for that reason too.
She was like, I think I'm stressed out. So now I was happy to see that she's working out, walking, and she's like, I walk 2 miles a day. Yeah. I rode the bike. I was like, what, girl?
That's and it's important. Like watch it. It's important to take those trips. It's important to just disconnect in general. But it's also important to know that even if you're not forced to disconnect, you got to know that, okay, there's some things in life that I can't
like jail.
Like who?
Like jail.
Like jail.
Jail will make you forced disconnect, no?
Well, yeah, I guess so. I mean,
nah, they in jail FaceTime and shit now.
Well, I mean, depending on where you get locked up.
I seen somebody do in jail do a Facebook Live and had an Xbox in his hand.
Oh my God.
I hear if you do like Fed time, you still get like internet access and everything. So it just depends on where you get locked up.
They had to do like when everybody started like was posting like when Facebook first got live or whatever. Everybody was posting like their lives and their videos and stuff. They had like a dude in jail and he's watching TV. And you see in the corner he had like an Xbox and everything else. Yeah. And people was commenting about, nigga, how are you watching TV? How are you talking to us right now? And he like, don't worry about all that. I'm like,
I mean, and that's funny. Okay, so going in that same vein, so how do y'all feel about people that kind of post too much on social media? Because I know people.
Too much?
I've seen crack on Snapchat.
That type of too much.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
what niggas you follow?
These is young people. Like, because like people I used to have in class, like, because I've been teaching for over 10 years.
Oh,
so like, these kids are like 26 years old selling crack. And it's popping up on their snaps.
They sell them like, hey, I got this work.
I got that work is on the tagline and it's crack in the picture. And I'm like, no,
go to jail.
That's bad. I never understood the people like how Instagram had like the story modes and Facebook got stuff like that. And like people won't post stuff, but they'll put on their stories like, I just lit this blunt. And shit on their stories and stuff like that. And they smoking. And I'm like, you know, companies now look at all of that shit.
Yeah.
We'll play with like fake a profile and follow you.
Well, they'll have like, and then I know a lot of, it's usually younger people, but I've seen older people do it too. But they'll post like the bud, and they'll be like, you know what I got, you know what I'm getting into this weekend, and they
I
just so all up.
I got that fire. I got that fire and got fire emojis on it and shit.
Yeah. Fire emojis and then the puff of smoke. And then, like the little leaves floating in the wind, like it's going down this weekend.
Yeah,
like all right, my nigga, that's cool, but I don't know why you putting that on.
I would never post that.
I would hope you didn't. Like, I mean, I think that there should be a limit to the things that you post.
Like people be laughing talking about you ain't gotta worry about somebody like stop snitching because niggas snitching on themselves.
Snitching on themselves.
Niggas like, yeah man, I got that fire over here on the north side. Off Homestead.
So you gonna
say Homestead niggas do that?
Homestead, Mason Road, Tidwell. All shit I grew up at.
You know where we be.
You know where we be
Catch
at.
us on the corner.
Yeah. Catch me on the corner over here by the brook. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
Law's coming for your ass. But I mean, I guess you never really get. I never really heard. Well, okay, I'll take that back. I was about to say I never heard people get in trouble for it. But I saw an article one time where a dude got arrested because he was posted a lot of guns. He had guns and drugs. And so the cops had gotten aware of this somehow. And they actually did a raid and got all his stuff. Mm-hmm. But he had a lot. Like, he posted a lot. Like, he was, there's a difference between, like, what's the intent to distribute?
Yeah.
Like, he had a lot. So.
He got that work.
I mean, but he had posted, I think. Like, young kids love to do that stuff, but especially they get them a nice little Uzi or something like that. They get a nice gun.
They got the Draco nigga.
Got the Draco in here. Then they got
Draco,
drugs.
y'all?
It's kind of like a machine gun, whatever. But it's kind of like a hybrid between like you have like an AK or like an AR, and it's small or whatever.
Yeah.
Is it new because they just start saying that?
It's not necessarily new. But
it just became popular.
Yeah. Rappers became popular.
I know.
Yeah.
They got that kickback when I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
hey girl, I know what
Draco
you're
got
talking about.
that kickback, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah, no.
I ain't got that.
Yeah, like my boy Soldier Boy, Young Draco.
Yeah.
No.
My nigga Soulja Boy, do.
Shot the nigga.
I took his mask off.
Damn. Shot his ass. You ain't seen that video?
You ain't seen the video? Oh, come on.
We gotta show you.
We gotta show you the video.
No,
We'll show you later. You have to see the video. This is the greatest Soulja Boy video I've ever seen in my life.
He's shooting people.
No, okay, so this is what happened. So, like, he's doing the interview, and they were talking about, it was like on Vlad TV or something like that. And they were asking, like, hey, I heard, some people tried to break into your house and all this kind of stuff. And so he's trying to explain to them what happened when the people were breaking into the house. And so he's like, yeah, I was just kicking it with my nigga, and then I heard, somebody kick the door in. And so I was like, oh shit, so I grabbed the strap, you know what I'm saying? And he's like, my nigga was like, hey, pass the gap to me. And I was like, nah, my nigga, I got it. And he said some niggas bust in, and they just start shooting, pow, pow. So I just come around, pow, 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 pow. Fire the niggas. Drop the niggas.
I hit the nigga. Fire. He said, he hit the ground. You know what I'm saying? He's like, go over there, put the nigga, take the mask off the nigga face. I was like, damn. He said, and the dude's like, oh, you know him? Yeah, I know him. Fuck, shot his ass. Bah. Nigga holler,
Like it's the most intricate story, but it don't sound at all true. Like,
no.
Like it sounds terrible, but it's funny as hell. Nobody likes Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy done fell off. And you know what? Soulja Boy was, since we talking about social media, Soulja Boy was like one of the first like viral people.
Yeah.
Like he started this whole viral shit, and like now he's like a joke. And I feel bad for him.
Probably because of that interview.
No, it was before that. It was before that, because I mean, when he was doing all the blood shit, when he was running up in people's neighborhoods and talking about he was a blood, and the Bloods tried to jump.
Remember the video to my ass saying, "Young soldier ain't from the hood." I ain't. He ran up on the Blood, and the Blood pushed him. What you doing, nigga? And they squared up on each other.
Oh damn, Ashley, you be missing out, man.
And you too busy posting and feeding social media.
Right.
I'm trying to give y'all the good vibes I be getting.
You trying to be an Instagram honey?
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know why you saying you not. They making a lot of money.
I know. I ain't trying to be one though.
Shit.
Who gonna take my pictures? They gonna take. I ain't gonna get no likes looking like this.
All you gotta do, put a little makeup on.
Put a little makeup on.
Get that homeless baby off.
Why the hell y'all pimping me on Instagram?
Put your little makeup on. Put the time on your
I'm
phone.
straight.
To lay the pictures with it so you get the right angle.
Get you some good lighting.
Yeah.
Open up the windows, open your blinds a little bit.
I'm
get some
good.
good lighting in there.
And natural sunlight.
Pose a little bit.
Yeah.
And Photoshop that hoe.
Hey, that's how most of them get their start.
Take those blemishes off a little bit, you know what I'm saying? A filter.
Filter it.
Damn.
And then what they do is they put a little Photoshop and shit like that at first. And then when they get enough likes and enough people liking them, they start getting flown out different places. Niggas be trying to get to them.
You need to get flued out.
And niggas start
I'm
coming
trying
off
to
the
get
bread.
flued out.
Flued out. Like city girls.
Out.
You know what I'm saying?
City girls.
What's your favorite saying?
I need a nigga that's gonna swipe them visas.
That's how you get
That's
it.
so fucking ratchet.
It's super rare.
What a bag at, nigga. What a bag at.
That's another part. That's another part of like social media. How do y'all feel about like getting people that get flown out? Let's say because there's a lot of people that once they posted pictures and stuff, it'd be like sugar daddy niggas flying these girls out places, and so a lot of these trips they look like they going on solo.
Yeah,
They
it's
actually
always
get flown
something.
out. You know what I'm saying?
I don't hate. That's cool.
That's real.
Just don't.
Don't what?
Hopefully everything go right when you get flued out.
Because I heard niggas in like Dubai be pissing on them.
What?
Yeah, they be doing all kind of shit.
Yeah, they do like nasty, but they pay them like $20,000 to come out there, and they're like, "Oh,
You let somebody piss on you?
Nigga, no, I can't do it.
But you trying to get flued out.
I'm not trying to get flued out. I'm talking about women. I don't need to get flued out. There ain't nowhere I need to be where somebody gonna be pissing on me. Like, I don't need to be nowhere there, man.
Not for no $20,000. $20 million, nigga. 20 million. I had to second guess that shit. Like, fuck.
Well, what you been drinking today?
Yeah. You got that right.
Make sure you drink a lot of water.
Drink a lot of water, nigga, so it's clean.
Cucumber water, my nigga.
Yeah.
I want your shit cleansed.
Yeah.
I can see my face. That's fucked up.
But people get flued out.
But I'm saying, like for real, there's been screenshots and stuff coming out that people are getting paid. Like women getting paid like $20,000, $50,000 by these people with a whole bunch of money. They got that oil money over there, and they fly them out. They do nasty shit to them, and then they give them $50,000 plus they pay all their expenses while they're there, do whatever they want, and
That's
they go back with $50,000 cash.
That's why these women be going to Dubai all the time. We have to Dubai.
I don't know if that's why, but I know that it happens.
Oh.
And then they have that money, and then they get the surgeries, and then they get more flying out
That's
after that.
that is crazy about like social media. Like that's what we was talking about earlier. How social media is kind of like projected the whole sex worker game,
Oh
Yeah.
the whole sex trade and
You
stuff.
get
Like,
real money now.
yeah, you get real money, whatever. Like you know what I'm saying. Like I say, with the different sites, the Instagrams and all like shit, they finna fuck over Tumblr. But it really don't matter. Like I say, there's gonna be a site whatever that's gonna promote these women, and they gonna get their money and shit. And it is what it is. So you need to get on board.
You ain't trying to get this money, Ash.
No.
That's the problem.
I'm good.
You need to be trying to get this money.
I need a nigga who goes like them. I just
You
like,
don't
You don't want that.
I need a nigga. It sound good.
It sounds good, but it's not
I
you.
need a nigga that's like them. These.
I was saying, you can't sing a song.
What a bag at nigga. What a bag.
You over
at.
there faking.
What I
You
am.
faking. You faking.
I ain't woke.
You like one of the niggas that be singing all them drug dealer rhymes and don't be
Duh.
selling shit.
Duh.
Hey, y'all need it.
Fuck it. I got morals.
Your real name Clarence.
Nigga, I don't know. Morals only go so far. Y'all could be getting
Ain't
that
nobody
money.
pissing on me. No 20K.
What about if they just want to fuck?
I'm good. Damn, prostitution.
Fuck for a buck.
That's what it is. We talking about sex work.
I'm good. Man.
Fuck for a buck.
Get you like 20,000 real quick. Just
Then
for
I'm gonna
fuck.
really be on this show mentally.
Like,
fucked up. Like no.
Like city girls say, y'all be fucking these niggas for free.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime they want to fuck millionaires, that's why they fuck millionaires.
I like that song. Ain't no dick like $1 million dick.
Because the $1 million dick pays them.
They can do whatever they want.
But in the song, she ain't talking about having sex with me. You ain't gotta have sex.
Just think about that. How many
But they
rich,
just-
how many rich strippers and Instagram models there are?
Yeah.
And how many niggas got degrees is broke as fuck right now?
because y'all don't know what y'all doing.
Who don't know what they doing?
You gotta use what you got.
That's what
Get
they
you
doing.
want. I'm letting y'all know. Y'all gotta use what y'all got.
Goddamn,
If I can find-
goddamn, Ronnie.
Like if we had like some old women that were paying like how old men pay women,
All women are paying out here.
it's not enough of them paying like there are men.
You ain't meeting the right one.
I guess not.
Mm-hmm.
If old women paid out like men do, I'd be in the
Come
game.
out.
If this was
I'd be in the game.
10 years ago, I wouldn't be a gigolo.
Yeah, I'd be an Instagram honey today.
Today.
You lying.
Nigga, you a goddamn lie. Nigga, I'm broke.
No, how much of the shit I did for free?
Yeah, you know how much you do this shit for free? Like, I could be getting paid for the shit that I do?
Yeah.
Nigga, y'all slipping. Y'all slipping in your
I'm not
cabinet.
slipping. That's not my, that's not what God has planned for me.
That's not your call.
That is the sample. I had a friend, homegirl, whatever.
It's fucked up.
She was actually trying to like trying to pimp out me and my homeboy.
She your homegirl?
Yeah, but it's cool, but like because she was messing with some pimp nigga herself, whatever. But she was like, but the way she's talking about it, I was like, it's sad. There's a market for that. She was like, hey, you and such my homeboy, whatever. She's like, y'all single and stuff like that. She said, there's a lot of women that dealing with their bootleg ass husbands, relationships, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They just want somebody to give them attention.
Yeah.
And they
like
pay.
an escort?
Yeah, they'll pay for their attention, their time, whatever. They're like, you ain't got to do shit with them. They just want that time.
And that's why like sugar daddies work for some people because all sugar daddies don't want to be. Some of them just want to hang out. Like they just want a beautiful woman to hang out their own.
Where you at though?
Get it. Put your pictures out there on social media.
I do put my pictures out there.
No, you got to make sure they go into the right circles. And you got to make sure you put them in that public so you can end up on the Explore page. You end up on the Explore page, you're doing good.
What kind of pictures are you talking about, sir?
I don't know. Whatever pictures pop up on the Explore page.
You ain't gonna be naked on these
Yeah,
pictures.
no, ain't nobody naked on the Explore page.
Mm.
One of my favorite people on Instagram is like Tabria Majors. And
They showing something.
I ain't. I seen somebody post on Facebook today. One of the bros, whatever, he said, he was talking about, man, I ain't gotta ask no female for no nudes. I just go to her Instagram page if I want to beat off.
That's fucking.
yeah, I mean, a lot of people have naked on social media. But
Yeah,
I mean,
pretty
it goes back to the topic that we're talking
Hey.
about. People
Ain't nobody said
people
you.
do a lot on social media. People do a lot,
Yeah.
and so like
Y'all do a lot too. Ain't
But
nobody
here-
trying to see you.
here's
Oh,
my
you
question.
worked out today, so now I gotta see you half naked.
Goddamn right, I worked out for that.
Ooh, you did 10 crunches, nigga.
Goddamn right. I'm showing shit. I'm showing.
Then you try to pull your pants down a little bit so we can see something. I don't know what the. So I can imagine something. I guess I don't know.
do you
Gotta see that.
imagine?
Gotta see
No,
that.
I don't really like them pictures.
Gotta see that V.
Yeah, see the
Everybody
beat.
can see that. Like I really don't like that.
Okay, so here's my question. Because, like, we talking about living vicariously through social media. A lot of people develop, whether it be Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or whatever, they develop this social media persona.
Mhm.
And then it's not really them in real life. And so, like, when you get to them in real life, they're like,
Right.
oh my God, I can't believe you would think that of me. Okay, so, like,
That's me.
let's talk about, like, half-naked pictures, that kind of stuff. Like, people that do stuff like that, like, those be, like, really good, wholesome people. Like, they do that just for social media. And so, like, when they're outside of social media, like, that's not who they are as a person. Or even people that act like assholes on, like, Twitter and they be trolling on Facebook and stuff like that. And you see them in real life, and they're
That
not
sounds
like
about
that.
right.
But how do you feel about that? Like, what is that?
That's a part of you somewhere. That's part
That's
of
how
you.
I feel.
Yeah. You ain't just come up with this character, nigga. That's part of you.
I think for women and men, like it's
You like attention. Women love
yeah,
attention.
it's the allure of that
So
attention.
ain't nobody telling you, oh man, you look good, except that nigga 21 Savage ... Homestead. You know, as long as he writing underneath that, but you know, Instagram, that's his name, 21 Savage ... Homestead. He
Okay.
writing, man, I love you.
Yeah.
Oh, I like to take you out. Heart emojis everywhere. Like
them
some
old,
women
old
like.
niggas that be they have like real close selfies as their profile picture.
Oh my God.
And they be like gorgeous under every picture.
Yeah.
When you start using terms like gorgeous under the pictures now, it's time for you to log off, man.
No, what's wrong with gorgeous?
Now have you okay. You right.
What's wrong with gorgeous?
There ain't nothing wrong with saying gorgeous under people.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
You better say.
I say you
look
call you good, I'm
good,
unique, you know what I'm saying?
What
Yeah.
you say?
Cause like a woman gonna hear like sexy,
say-
what's up? Oh, you
Oh, you
fine?
sexy, you
I'll
sexy.
say you gorgeous, whatever. It's different.
I
Stand
say,
out.
oh, you're handsome.
You tell the dude that called you gorgeous that he's handsome?
Hell no. What you mean? I'm saying about like a picture. I could write on there.
Say you,
I see, 'cause I
say
seen
you
this-
stunningly beautiful.
Oh,
This
thanks.
girl was posting her DMs that she was getting from this dude, and it was real kind of creepy, the DMs or whatever. Because the DM was saying that, like, hey, I seen you out, blah, blah. You remember I ran into you at your apartment complex or whatever. Your picture popped up on social media, so he had sent her DM or whatever. But the nigga ended every phrase with, like, beautiful or gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, dog, you can never trust no nigga that say beautiful and gorgeous every phrase.
No.
No,
He either
beautiful.
gonna
I
stop-
saw you down at the street, beautiful.
He either
and-
lying or he's stalking you.
Yeah, it's probably a little bit of both. Like I feel like people that say gorgeous and beautiful a lot, they crazy.
Okay, let's see.
They legit crazy. Yeah, I mean you probably go through. I think all women have it. Because niggas just, I don't know. Like, I don't know what.
They
what
crazy, you say?
nigga.
Well, they text you every morning. Good morning, beautiful.
Good morning, beautiful. Yeah, that's kind of crazy too.
Good morning, beautiful. Good morning, beautiful. I've been thinking about you.
Yeah, I thought about you all
I
night.
love you all day. You look so sweet on your Instagram pictures that you posted earlier. Your workout videos that you do on
I
Snap.
don't like that.
Your workout videos you tell
You got really sweaty.
No, your videos that you posted at 8 o'clock in the morning, and then at
Stop
12
sounding
hours.
like that.
And then when you went to work out later in the day, and then when you was on Rust Remedy Podcast and you post a picture of yourself dancing. I love that.
Niggas like that.
You're so beautiful. I follow you home every night, Ashley Ray.
I gotta go home. I'm so scared.
So Ashley Ray, this is where you record at.
He gonna be waiting
Don't
outside
play
by
with
your
me.
car.
You gonna get his ass whooped. Don't play with me. This ain't what you want.
I need to be on What's the Remedy, Ashley Ray. I need to be there. I need this. Myron? Is you?
Man, yeah, no. So that's my whole thing is that like I feel like not only are people like they missing out on life because of social media, but people like creating whole new lives they're really not even living.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Why?
Living my best life.
But you're not living your best life.
So you're trying to be a sim.
Do, 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 do.
Living this fake ass fantasy world.
That's what I'm saying. Like people living this fake life.
Let me be in my fake world.
But let's say you
Is it
disconnect.
hurting you?
Let's say you disconnect from that fake world that you done created, and you actually started living in the real world and actually get to do things. Doesn't it? I mean, like I don't think people even want that anymore. Like people don't want to experience things for themselves. They want to experience things for other people.
No,
I want y'all to see me experiencing this.
Oh, I can't wait till I go out of town so I can post. Bitch, we here.
Yeah, I'm in Rome. Look at me in Rome,
Look.
rather than me just looking
Rome
at Rome.
wasn't building today. Hashtag living my best life.
Rome wasn't building. That's actually a good caption. You
Yeah, it is.
Say
Yeah,
that.
it's like,
When they be in Rome, you can use that
Rome
one.
wasn't building today. Take a picture, nigga. All right, let's go take a picture. Over here.
Take a picture of me holding up the building like this and
Take a
shit.
picture of me. Come on, take a picture.
We at the Coliseum.
All right, hurry up, let's go.
Make sure this leaning tower don't fall. Let me hold it up.
Do it like it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Take the picture.
but I mean, like it's common, and I think that people are more commonly living for the fact that they want other people to see that they living, rather than actually living for themselves.
Yeah.
And so, like, social media has made it so that not only are people not living for themselves, so they have to, like, everybody else has to experience everything with them. It's gotten to a point where people are making up shit and not even, like, living real life.
Yeah.
Like, you having to make up that you go places.
Making up shit. Who's making up shit?
A lot of people make up shit.
I mean, I'm talking about, like, their personas and everything, but also
Yeah.
I've seen people, like, making up the fact that they've gone places that they really haven't really gone.
They come. Why?
Because they want to feel like they want everybody else to say that, oh shit, you really be doing all this shit. And I'm like, you don't have to do that for people. You got to stop living for everybody else. That's not their business. It's not it's not nobody else's business what you do. So stop living for social media.
Perfect example. I ain't gonna put that man out there like that.
Put him
but
out there.
No, but me and somebody else we used to always laugh about him posting shit on Facebook and social media, and it'd be like, you know, you're lying. Like had a picture like him riding the top down Benz with her, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the caption was like, "Oh, just living my life, doing my thing, big thing, blah blah blah." And I'm like, ain't that a Enterprise sticker on the back?
Mm.
And stuff like that, like, but you making it seem like, because in the caption and some other captions like, oh yeah, I just bought this thing the other day and this and that. I'm like,
Send me back a little bit.
yeah, send me back a little bit.
Okay,
Like,
but I'm so crazy. Like I'll say, just rented this car, y'all. Living somebody else's life.
No, that's what's up.
Right, that's
What's
what.
that?
But that's
I'm
honest.
gonna play him.
I'm not gonna be like, I just bought this, you know what
I'm
I'm
like,
saying?
please don't wreck this shit.
Just bought a little whip, whatever. Like I told you, my old man, whatever, got the
Convertible?
the
Corvette,
Corvette, the 18 Corvette, whatever. Riding him up. But it's rented, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, he posted some shit talking about like, yeah, I just bought this little thing riding around town. No, nigga, you rented for $100 a
I
day.
think what happened is social media took stunting to another level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To where like you don't necessarily have to have it in order to stunt. Like before, like it was a gradual build.
Yeah.
Because like at first it was like you didn't have to have it, but you could rent it and you could drive it to the club because everybody gonna see you at the club. And they be like, oh shit, this nigga got a Ferrari.
Yeah.
But he rented that motherfucker, and it's fine. But now like you don't even have to drive it to the club. All you gotta do is rent it and take a picture at the house and be like, boom, got this new Ferrari.
Boom, bow wow challenge.
Yeah.
Ooh, about to get flued out, y'all.
Get flued out. You know what I'm
Cause
saying?
you ain't even gotta be. You could just take a picture of yourself and just put a hashtag. I'm at the airport, but you just pass by that bitch. You ain't going nowhere.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's easy to stunt on social media, so people are stunting.
Like,
and
where you
making other
going?
people feel
And then people like, where you going? Damn,
They
you always
fronted-
not knowing you
always doing
live by the airport.
They fronted who was that? Hazel E and Masika that was arguing on Instagram.
What you worrying about?
I forgot what they were arguing about, but I won't pay attention to that. But I bust out laughing on the comments because Hazel E made a video and she was on a flight and she was talking whatever, and then somebody making an announcement. She's like, "Oh shit," because get your money up so you can fly out somewhere, bitch. Blah blah blah, this and that. Oh, they talking to me, so I gotta get up off of here. This and that. And somebody was like, "Bitch, that's a regular commercial airline announcement."
They talking to me.
Yeah, sound like you on some jet, whatever.
Yeah.
Like
They
you
talking to me.
You want United.
She always in Dubai. I guess she get pissed on a lot.
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
I should never told that shit.
It's better to get pissed on than pissed off. Right? Okay,
No, it's better to
Dubai.
get pissed
off
No,
off.
I
than
switched
pissed
it. You
off.
get paid when you get pissed on. I changed it.
Okay, so now you gotta get pissed off.
Ladies, get pissed on. They say. I don't
And
know.
don't get
pissed off. If you get pissed on, you don't get pissed off. You get $20K, then you get a nigga that's gonna swipe them either.
Get pissed on, not pissed off. That might
Right.
be the title, right?
Hey.
Get pissed off, not pissed off.
Hey, 20K in a free trip? A luxury?
Okay, how y'all feel about people that be taking pictures that like they about to fly out and they always take a picture? They fly out all the time. Like this one dude on Instagram, I'm tired of him. Like you always gotta take a
flying out for
picture.
work. And
You fly, and yeah, he make it seem like he doing. You going to work, nigga.
Like on the plane again,
On the
jet
plane
setting.
again. But you ain't got no
you
other
gotta work.
pictures nowhere else but on this fucking flight.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, great.
because they be in meetings the rest of the time.
Basically, so you really ain't
You
exploring?
ain't seen nothing, you just at work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hitting this
Yeah,
flight
man.
to Seattle real quick.
Yeah,
Nigga,
about
you
to
ain't
go to
gonna see shit but the
Baltimore.
office.
About to go to New York, I ain't seen shit. I'm
Yeah,
looking
just
for other
going.
pictures. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
Let me stroll through here and talk about y'all ass right quick. I know y'all be talking about me.
No. So anyway, we're gonna move along. Because we about 45 minutes in anyway. So we're gonna move on to the next segment. The next segment is a lying about segment, which is kind of ties into what we talking about anyway, because we gonna go right back to social media shit. So one of the big things that came up this week in business and period is how to be a fat nigga just be ugly.
That was
fucked
one
up.
of them trainers that that's
Yeah.
fucked up.
It's
That's a
a-
flyer.
She was showing a flyer and said, if you tired of being fat and ugly, just be ugly. So you can get those trainings. You don't be fat no more. Anyway, so one of the big stories that came up was the video came out of Kareem Hunt. So Kareem Hunt is a football player. He's a really, really good running back for Kansas City Chiefs. And apparently he was pushing on some girl. There's a whole storyline that I don't know. And I'll give you what the rumors are, but I don't really know for sure what it was. But supposedly there was a party at this hotel. They started fighting with the girl. Supposedly something happened with something getting stolen, or some racial slurs got thrown around.
Racial.
Yeah, so she was like a non-black girl that was there.
Yeah, she called him a nigger. Well, but pretty much, they were 19, her and her friend.
Yeah,
They found out they was 19, they weren't 21.
yeah.
So they kicked them out there was like a hotel kind of condo kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So he kicked them out. And when he kicked them out, the girl was already kind of, I guess, drunk, whatever. So
Yeah,
she started
she
cussing
looked
my calling him a nigga and stuff like that.
Why are you there? It looked like.
Yeah, so after he kicked them out and they started getting into it, a couple of racial slurs get thrown around. So he starts like going at the girl. I mean, the girl's coming at him too. So they like basically about to fight each other. And so like his people are trying to hold him back. She's still charging at him or whatever. And then
Yeah,
like,
he pushes her, she pushes him back and then punches him in the face.
yeah, and then
His friend.
She punched him in the face?
Yeah.
yeah, she hit him. And then he goes at her. Like he hits her or whatever. Like he pushes her down, he kicks her. He doesn't kick her hard.
But
but he-
that's the whole point. Like, he didn't even push her down. Like, he pushed her the first time, she pushed back, she punched him. His people got him and grabbed him. While one of his friends was trying to talk to her and coming down the hallway, they kind of pushed him in the room. He trying to get back at her.
he drove past one of his friends.
Well, he didn't even drive past her. He ended up pushing
his friend.
Yeah, bumping to the friend, and the friend
Friend pushed her.
and pushed her. And they both hit the ground with her. So then she trying to get up, whatever. They still trying to corral him, and she's on the ground, kind of like sitting there. and he gets right by, he looks down at her, and he kind of just like kicks her a little bit with his foot.
Like a
Yeah,
bam,
yeah, like
get
get your ass out of here, like that, and then they bring him back in the house, or back in the room, whatever.
Oh.
Yeah. So he didn't throw no punch at her or whatever.
Well, he really ain't beat her.
Yeah,
like
he
no
didn't.
Ray
He
Rice.
didn't.
If he wanted like that little kick,
He would have made it.
then it would have been. I think he would still been on the team. But
Yeah.
but it was the fact that like he had other issues that's coming out. TMZ is finding out. And shit,
Oh,
so.
so he don't like women.
Well, no, like he got other fights with like people with dudes and stuff like that. Like he got anger management.
He's got anger problems.
Yeah.
I know how they feel. I can't talk about this.
But no, okay, so one of the reasons why I brought this up is because like people have been giving the Kansas City Chiefs a lot of praise for
kicking him off the.
for kicking him off the team. But however, I will say this: the reason I don't think that we should give them that much praise is because they knew about this incident. This happened in February,
Yeah.
and they knew about it.
The
They were
video
charged.
just came out.
They supposedly charged all that kind of stuff. It all got brushed under the rug, and everything was cool. So then he started playing, and there was no problem. Now the video comes out, and they're like, "Oh my God, we didn't know it was like that. We have to get him off the team immediately. We can't have that on our team." And everybody's like, "That's great. That's a good moral stand by that team or whatever." It's not a moral stand. That's to me like y'all kicked him off the team just because the video came out.
Right.
Like why?
Because you knew somebody was gonna say something.
Yeah, of
about it.
course.
That girl probably sued or whatever. How she got that damn video out?
I mean, I don't think she got the video out. I'm sure somebody sold it to TMZ because TMZ pay a lot of money for that shit.
I'm gonna sell it.
Nigga, if I had a video, like, because it was a security video, so it was from the security cameras. So if I'm working for security, nigga, I give me a nice little check, couple thousand.
Y'all men gotta watch what y'all do with these women. Just walk away.
I don't know. That's my whole thing is that I would always just walk away. I
Especially
know
when you making money like that.
people trying to make this argument like, well, you know, he really didn't do that much. You know what I'm
Walk
saying?
away.
If he was somebody else or if he was in a different profession, it wouldn't have happened like this. And I mean, I understand all that, but at the same time, like, it's too easy to get out of that situation.
Walk away.
And I understand he was
women
drunk.
will always make you look crazy. Sorry to say, they're gonna make you look crazy. You just grab her. They were like, "Oh my God, you grabbed her like that and tried to hold her back from hitting you."
Especially if you're a professional
Walk
athlete.
away. Try to get away from it and leave that hoe alone. Don't go back. She gonna do it again.
Oh yeah, especially if you're dealing with females
I did it
wild up.
before. Yeah,
You can't do it.
I did
Can't
it
do
before. I don't do it no more.
It's best to just always, especially if you're a male, females too, but especially if you're a male, to walk away, and especially if you got some shit to lose.
Yeah.
Like if it's anything that come out, because like one of his friends had like grabbed one of the girl's cell phones to keep her from recording everything, and like it just so happened that this security camera video came out because they stopped them from recording and having video on cell phones or whatever. But like it's too easy for something to come up on somebody's cell phone, you doing something stupid, or even like just the fact that if you do wild out and you happen to go a little bit harder than you think you're going and you actually hurt the girl, then it's really a problem. Because a lot of times we don't know our own strength. And I know Kareem Hunt is a damn good athlete. So a little 19-year-old girl probably would not stand a chance if he really wanted to come at her.
How old is he?
He's young.
He gotta be like 23. Maybe.
Yeah, he's not too far out of college.
I need to stop messing with these women. What's wrong with black women? Alright.
I mean, she's just somebody at the party. Like, you know, people, when you throw a party, especially if you're a name person, you got some money, people just gonna bring broads to the party because they be like, y'all need some hoes.
Man got y'all out here
Oh,
messing with the white devil.
So we can't talk to white women.
Yeah, you can talk to them.
What if they want to mess with white women?
Good
Just
luck.
have a little fun with them.
Right. Look what fun got you, nigga.
Yeah. Look what they got OJ.
No, we're not down our Siberian queens.
What?
Siberian queens.
From the Caucasus Mountains.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Milk and magnesia.
Next.
Alright, so the next thing, we're going to jump right to the Cardi B Offset because it kind of ties in together with this. So basically,
Cardi.
today, was it today?
Yeah, it's today.
Yesterday, last night, kind of. So Cardi B has decided to put the video out and say,
I don't know what to say, man. She hurt my feelings.
she hurt your feelings?
I'm a Cardi B fan. She
What?
gave me hope.
Relationship goals. That's what you
Relationship
Oh,
goals.
okay, never mind. Let me finish explaining what happened first.
Money.
Sit your ass down somewhere.
So Cardi B and Offset, of course, have been together for
A year.
few months. Yeah, you can call it a year.
They've been married here.
They've
Yeah.
been married, for about a year.
They got a beautiful baby.
They got a baby. Okay, so anyway, Cardi B and Offset been together for about a year. They've been married, got a baby, all that shit. But Offset has been caught up in some cheating stuff at least like 5 times within this
That
last
we
year.
know of.
That actually became public. And so this last time it became public, some girl like a few days ago came out with these text messages showing him texting her talking about he gonna fly her out to fuck with him and her homegirl too, blah blah blah.
How old is he? He real young, huh?
Offset like 25 maybe.
Yeah, he young.
Yeah, he's 25, maybe 26. But so he telling this girl he gonna fly her out. She talking about I gotta do this thing, I gotta go do this photo shoot or whatever. He's like, it's cool, I'll fly you out and fly you back so you can make your shoot or whatever. You know, all these messages come out. And so this time, you know, the internet goes crazy like it does every time somebody gets caught cheating. And finally this time Cardi B decides to say, okay, we not together, we getting a divorce, blah blah blah.
She said they ain't been happy for a long
They ain't
time
been
now.
happy for a long
But
time.
you just post this like a nice little thing you said. I don't know, but you just doing that for the gram. You just posted the nigga 2 weeks ago.
Again.
A week ago. When was
Again,
Thanksgiving?
This ties back into not only the main segment we had, but even the thing we just talked about. Okay, so the main segment we were talking about social media and how people live for social media.
Yeah.
A lot of times people's relationships go on social media and they tell you all the good shit going on.
You know we ain't gonna. Nobody posts bad shit. I ain't
I
gonna
know,
post
I know
like,
you're not gonna post bad shit, but
I
I'm saying
post-
like,
I post happy shit on Facebook.
but if you're not happy, sometimes people post happy shit when they're not happy to make it seem like they
You gotta
are.
keep the persona going.
Yeah, I mean,
You gotta make you hoes mad, even though I'm unhappy.
and that's what I think was kind of going on. Like, you know, I gotta put this facade on and be like, hey,
Cause
we
Nikki
having a
about to
good
make a
ass
song.
time.
Oh, Nikki about to come for her ass now.
She can't. They supposed to have made up. They made a song together.
No. Nikki put them 2 girls that suing Cardi in her video. She's still being petty.
Oh, well, shit. I don't know. But anyway, so, like, basically, Cardi B came out and said they
She
get a
getting a
divorce, blah,
divorce.
blah, blah. So what do you think? Do you think that Cardi B actually has a problem with all the cheating?
She been had a problem. What, Cardi? You see how how she is emotional?
I see how
She got a problem.
But that's not the question, though.
Do you think that the cheating is what did it? Is what I'm
Oh
question.
no, everybody know and social media getting on her ass.
Yeah.
That she used to that nigga cheating. She know. You know what you married. You know who you around.
Yeah. You know what you got into.
I know.
You know what this
Basically,
was.
You know the person if they ready or not or whatever. You know who you dealing with.
Yeah.
And you know when you gotta go. I know who I was dealing with. Bro. That nigga know. You know your baby father.
That gets to the other point of the Offset tweet of y'all won.
Y'all won.
That nigga, and that's a fucked up boy thing to say. That's how you know he a fucked up.
And it's fucked
You
up.
don't say no shit like that.
But then, like you say, you had like a whole bunch of people on social media coming on that side because everybody was like, "Yeah, Cardi B's acting like this because of the media attention to
Yeah,
it."
the social media.
Because it was like, MLK or whatever. They was like, Coretta deal with a whole bunch of bullshit,
And she stayed.
and she stayed with her. So you trying to say you better than Coretta? You better than Beyonce?
Mm-hmm. Beyonce, Coretta, they stayed with him.
Beyonce was about to leave. Jay-Z said he had to catch his woman. He had to go get her.
So you think Offset ain't trying to catch Cardi B to keep her
No.
around?
He been cheating for a long time.
Jay-Z was cheating for a long time.
How long does he cheat?
I don't know.
We don't know.
I mean, nobody knows because they don't keep their shit on social media like Offset and Cardi B do.
He
but
got his ass whooped in that elevator for something.
I know. She karate chopped shit out. I love her.
I will
love
say
Solange.
that Jay-Z must have been the women that he was cheating with were of a higher quality
They had.
than
They was. I
Offset's.
bet you it was a white woman.
I'm just saying, and they're probably older because like if you see the way that Offset gets caught up every time,
He
it's
always
always
got
like
some bitch that's trying to come up,
Right.
and I'm gonna throw these text messages out here. Fuck with somebody that don't want to be seen.
that's what I'm saying. I think Jay-Z was fucking with somebody that had some shit to lose.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta fuck somebody that they also have money that got some
Yeah.
Now she trying to make it. You fuck with people that's trying to make it like
yeah, you can't fuck with them hoes.
I'm gonna fly you out, bitch. I'm already out here. You fuck with somebody like I'm coming. Where you at?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Right.
You know what
I'm
I'm
gonna
saying?
fly you out.
I mean, and I'm not condoning cheating. I'm just saying that like if you cheat,
if you gonna
don't
cheat right.
with-
But y'all don't know how to cheat right.
I don't cheat, so I don't know what that is.
Oh, okay.
You probably know what the faithful man, the faithful black man
Faithful
side.
man.
Yeah.
We're a faithful black man.
Oh, okay.
And I don't even do it sarcastically, but I know that a lot of people say that it's not real. But I'm for real. Like I don't think that cheating is cool. Because one of my main things, and I think I said this on Twitter today, one of my main relationship things is don't have me out here looking stupid, and I ain't gonna have you out here looking stupid.
And she might be tired of looking dumb
That's
and
what I'm
trying to
saying.
fake it for us and be like, you know what, I'm done. And she look.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't think it's just
I
a
kind
cheat.
of hope she just go off on her own. To be honest.
Well, that's my thing though.
This nigga getting on my.
And I think that's what it was though, like the looking stupid part.
You gotta stop looking
Like
stupid.
I know you fucking with these other hoes.
But
what I
now
get.
everybody gonna keep.
But like
yeah.
I said, but you popping up. I'm with the kid and we doing our thing, and then now I gotta look at social media and you over here with some random IG chick
Random, another one,
and stuff like that.
another one,
All she gotta do now is go to Dubai.
and get pissed on.
And better be pissed off than pissed on.
She got money. She ain't gotta go.
Yeah, like I said, you need a higher quality and stuff like that. Like I
Pissed
said,
on.
you can't let stuff like that get out.
Right. Learn how to cheat better.
I just think with niggas with money need to do better with that. Just period.
Man, y'all, those some whack ass niggas. Future, all of them. God, dog.
I know.
Future
I
terrible
said,
too.
he's trying to be all time baby daddy.
Yeah, he's trying to be
Like all-time
He's trying to
quarterback.
get the world pregnant.
Yeah, he's trying to populate.
It makes me think about the women too. Like, what are y'all doing?
What are you thinking? Like, then like a comment come out about Future 6 baby mama, and she was like, "I really thought he was gonna be different with me other
She
than his
lying.
other 5." This is what she said.
That's what she said.
But I believe it. I believe they really think that because you can't be number 6 and really think you're gonna get treated different.
Hell no.
Like
What is he saying that you thought you're gonna be treated?
niggas got game.
No,
I gotta
but
hear.
then because you number 6 though, but think about every one that was the new one, whatever. Probably thought they was gonna be different. Like, he might
Everybody
mature.
think they're gonna
and
be
stuff
different.
like
You are different.
Yeah.
You are different. Different name. Different.
that. Body type.
Right.
Not all the time.
No, so they get
If they get that
the number 2
That Kim
special.
Kardashian?
the number 2, the Kim
That Kiki.
Kardashian.
Get that Kiki.
Let me get that Kim Kardashian. That's what they all going there and see. Now they all look exactly like her.
They're built the same.
Build the same face. Like, why do you want the same face as everybody else? That shit is crazy as hell to me. I can't
Because
never
that's
get
a
over that.
bad face.
Like that's a stupid face. And
Everybody
every time I
wants
see one of them that had a show, I'm like, that's a stupid ass face.
Everybody want that. Don't touch me. Don't mess my nose up though.
Who is it? Laura Pippen, Miss Nikki Baby, Kim Kardashian. It's like 10 of them
Hazel
at
look
least.
like that too.
Hazel look like that too. Like everybody is getting the same face, and that
Give
shit
me that
is stupid.
Kiki and then number 2.
Yeah, that shit is stupid. We're gonna go skip right to the Woosah segment because we hit about an hour in this mug. So the Woosah for today, well, I kind of found this. I don't know if I want to call it a speech. It was more like an interview that was going on, and it's more of an interview that was going on. And when I opened the thing up, it was on that central point.
Yeah, good.
Get the change out. Get the change out.
Get the change out. Okay. Anyway, there was a video of people censoring porn with cartoons, and it was funny. But anyway, so there's a video that was out, and it's got the dude. I don't know the dude's name, but he's on prison break, and he's kind of talking about how we kind of deal with problems within ourselves. And I'm just gonna play the clip of what he actually said, and then we're gonna discuss it real quick, and that'll be our Woosah segment for today. So, hold on, my nigger.
Clear to me at a certain point in my life, I've had friendships. I've been a good friend to people, and when a friend is in crisis, I know how to be there for them. I know how to hold a space that looks like listening. It looks like support. It looks like back and forth. Maybe it just looks like a hug. Maybe it looks like being silent and just holding their hand. I know how to do that for a friend. I realize that when I am in crisis, when I have quote unquote fucked up, my response is, "You fucking idiot." How could you? Of course. What did you expect? If I spoke to my friends like I used to speak to myself, I would have no friends. So what I started to pay attention to was how I spoke to myself out loud and in my head. And in your head is a much more difficult conversation, but you can, I judge, control the words that come out of your mouth. So if you do talk to yourself out loud, and I do, make sure that the words are loving and supportive and nourishing. Start the work of being your own best friend.
All right, so
Oh, I like that.
basically, and it's pretty much self-explanatory, but I wanted to kind of discuss it a little bit because it really is I think it's a task that people don't really take into account because you don't really think about what you're saying to yourself. Because and the way he explained it, that's exactly how I feel. Because like I'm hard on myself, and I think most people are hard on themselves. So like when something fucks up or something going wrong at work, you done made a mistake or you forgot something or anything, like, you're like, oh, dog, you fucking stupid, dog. Like, oh, you so damn dumb. Yeah. And so like you start beating yourself up, and then you have to think about it. Like what he was saying is like if your friend was like, hey, man, I really forgot this thing or whatever, and if you just came to your friend and be like, oh, you fucking stupid. Why you so damn dumb? Like, nobody wants to hear that shit. Nobody really wants to hear that shit, especially from your friend.
Yeah.
So, like, how would you feel if somebody spoke to you that way and told you how stupid and fucking dumb you were every time you tried to tell them something?
I don't fight. I don't argue. Just hit that bitch with a bottle.
I hit that bitch with a bottle.
Yeah, that was damn.
That's no damn way. Don't talk to me like that.
So, do you think that you talk to yourself like that?
A little bit, maybe.
I'm learning. What do you mean by a little bit?
Cause I be like, damn, you already knew that. What the fuck? Come on. It depends. Yeah. Like, if I like mess up at work, I'm learning now. I messing at work. I'm like, hey, you made a mistake, but you're doing good. You finished out. You did a lot more work. You did everything you needed to do. You made one mistake. Mm-hmm. Skipping working out. I hate that shit. I do that. I be like, damn, fat girl.
Get your big ass up.
Just go home, eat them hot wings.
Get your big ass up off the chair.
Basically, I'll be like, motherfucker.
I'm telling you that.
In my head, I'll probably do. If I miss that workout, I'll be like, God damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna be fat forever.
Yeah, I miss it. Oh. But then I start learning like, nah, as long as you do 4 out the week, you good. Yeah. How your blood pressure? You good? You feeling good? Hey, you did. At least you did something. You walked today. You got up. You did. Hey, you did something.
That's real. What about you, Wash? Like, how do you handle your self-talk? How do you talk to yourself? Do you feel like it's pretty positive, or you think you're pretty negative with yourself?
I was like, man, I can be pretty positive, but I am kind of like, I have to watch by going to a dark place.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Because like I say, you tend to, like I said, I'm really good at talking people down on their situations or giving that calming feeling to them when they being erratic or whatever, and I talk to them whatever, and they be like, you just keep me calm. You even kill.
Right.
You never like really go to the extreme whatever. Like just a really good person to talk to. But talking to myself, I'd be like, yeah, you fucking up, or why are you in this state that you're in right now?
What's wrong with me?
Yes.
Yeah, what is wrong with me? Why I'm not where I want to be and stuff like that. Why can I help everybody else and can't help my goddamn self?
Why wasn't I invited to the party?
I was gonna say that last one. Watch said is pretty much what I said.
Which one?
But how can I help everybody else, but I can't help myself? Because I do that all the time. Like, and I've even told there's this quote called "Doctor Heal Thyself." And it basically means, like they said to doctors, like when doctors go to the doctor, it's like, why would the doctor go to a doctor? Because you have to. Like, you don't always know the answers. And so, like, I feel like that for myself, even when dealing with, like, mental problems or anxiety and things like that, because I have, like, anxiety attacks. And I'm like, why would I have anxiety attacks? I help people with anxiety attacks. So, like, I always beat myself up to be like, nah, you really fucking stupid if you can help everybody else, but you can't help yourself.
And it's just been like in my life with about 2 or 3 people that I've helped like achieve like some serious heights in their lives. And I've been there and they've told me like, hey, without you, I don't know I would have been here, this and that.
That's a good accomplishment.
No, that's a great accomplishment. And I'm saying it makes me proudful. At the same time, it makes me envious.
Yeah.
Because I've helped you reach the pinnacle of where you want to go, or to a certain level in all the stuff that you have or stuff that you're doing. I feel like I've missed out on myself. Like I said, I'm prideful, whatever, to be like I can help somebody else. That makes me happy.
Yeah.
But it also makes me sad because it makes me look at myself even more. Of like I can help this person get to, you know what I'm saying, from A to Z, but I'm stuck at A.
Yeah. Why can't I make myself get to the same point?
Yeah.
And so and I think one of the things I learned was, like we were saying, positive self-talk is important. Being positive with yourself, saying, like Ashley said, that you don't have to dwell on the negative side of it. Like, so what I tell people is that if you if there's something negative going on in your life, find the positive in it. Find some kind of positive from it. So like you said, I missed a workout, but it's okay because I can go tomorrow. As long as I get 4 in a week, I'm good. And even if I don't, at least I did something. Like you find something positive. I did 3 out of the 4 this week, but it's okay. Next week I'll do more. Yeah. Whatever. Like you find something positive. You always keep it on a positive level. Like you always think about it in the most positive sense that you can.
I honestly bring it back to social media because I post our workout so much. People always ask me, "Did you work out today?" And I feel bad when I don't.
Yeah.
I'd be like, damn.
That's good. That's good for accountability.
Yeah, I was gonna say that accountability is really good. Like I say, my thing is too, like with myself, my whole thing is like to really set some goals, because like I say, you know you're getting close to a deadline or a certain goal, whatever. You like, yeah, I gotta get off my ass. I gotta achieve this. I gotta do it, whatever. Because you just kind of talk about it, never really set something in stone. You never really you're gonna keep pushing it off, and then you just find yourself getting older and less time to accomplish something. Because at the end of the day, you have to have the kind of mindset that something's always gonna pop up, but you gotta fight through that. Because you'll keep on telling yourself, well, damn, this happened, you know, well, I'm just going to push that off until a couple of months or a couple of weeks. And then that time turns to years, and you still just be like, oh, well, I need to go ahead and pay this off. Now, you can go ahead and pay it off now, because you always put other little stuff ahead of things where you can pay something off or you can do something different with your life. And you got to be like, hey, this is a goal I set for myself to achieve at this point in time. It's achievable, it can be done, but I have to want to do it.
Exactly, yeah. Setting goals is important because I think that it allows you to continue to be positive, because you're like, okay, I'm working towards something. I have something that I need to do. I may not achieve it. I may have fallen off a little bit, but I know what the goal is and I know what I need to do to work to it. So it allows you to give yourself a aiming point for your positivity, rather than just being blanket positive and be like, you know what, today's just a great day. Yeah. Like, I mean, that's good. It's good to say you're having a great day, but I mean, it's better to say, today I got this and that accomplished. I'm this much closer to the goal that I want to achieve or whatever. So I think even, and I was going to talk more about like what me being negative with myself is, I was so negative with myself, but I got results when I was negative with myself. And so I used to be real negative with myself about my weight when I got like real big, and I would call myself a fat ass, all that kind of shit. And so like I would get to a point, it worked for me. And so like it made me want to go to the gym, and I would work hard. And I would eat right, and I lost like 100 pounds. Like it was perfect for me. But the bad part about that was, like, I continued negative talk, and then so it got to the point where I was like, okay, now I don't even know how to be positive with myself because I was so negative that I got to this point.
Say get your fat ass up. You're like, damn, I ain't fat right now, so
get your ass up.
Get your fat ass up anyway. And so, but even worse than that is that I saw it start to translate to other people. Because I was like, dog, like you can be negative and get results. So why can't I? Like I'm gonna start being blunt with people and telling them the truth.
No, don't do
so
that.
And I wasn't as blunt with them as I was with myself, but I was blunt to a point where I didn't need to be. Like I was never as bad as I was with myself, so I would always use that as like a benchmark for myself and be like, well, shit. I mean, I ain't calling them no fat ass like I tell myself. I'm just telling them they need to get up and get moving or whatever, but. It stopped me from being positive with other people. It stopped me from learning. It stopped me from knowing what positivity was, because I was so stuck on negative gets results. So I'm gonna keep being negative because that's what makes me move, and it should be what makes everybody move.
It don't make me move.
It don't make me move no more. I've learned that negativity don't help me at all.
No.
Yeah, it's bad now.
Yeah.
So
for me, I'd be like, what?
Figure out what works for you, but I guarantee you that being positive is always going to do you a little bit better than being negative. Set a goal, be positive.
Be positive.
Even inside your head.
That's why I be in my head like this.
Yeah.
Like Rosie the Riddler.
Make that face.
Not that face.
Make the other face.
Yeah.
But yeah, you be positive with your in the head talk, not just with your speech. And people be like, "Well, I write affirmations out." That's good, but you writing today is a great day, but in your head, like, bitch, I don't feel like doing shit. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm
You're trying to will yourself into believing
this. That's so true. I be like, yeah, it's Wednesday, baby. Wednesday. Hate this fucking job.
Yeah. So in your head, you still being negative, but outwardly you positive as fuck.
Wednesday.
But you have to
looking at me like
you have to make yourself start being more positive inside your head, and that's the point. You got to make yourself be positive in your head, and it takes work. It's not just gonna happen. It's not like one day you wake up and like, you know what, I'm just positive and everything's great inside my head. That shit takes work, and it takes you recognizing that I am being negative right now. Let me think of something positive. Like you're gonna have a lot of negative thoughts because they're there. And so you have to take those negative thoughts and be like, okay, right now that's a negative thought. Let me think of something positive. And it's going to sound real corny.
Because some people will bring that negativity.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you'll be like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I don't need that right now.
You got to check that for yourself. Check that and be like, okay, no, that's not what I need.
I'm like, wait, yeah.
And it's like I said, it's changing your cognitions. This is what they call cognitive therapy. Changing what you think in order to make your day better. Rather than, you don't have to change no behaviors. You don't even have to do nothing different. Just change your thought process. Change your thought process and be positive.
Yeah.
All right, so I think that's it. Anybody got anything else?
No.
I know you ain't like that.
No.
Anything coming up?
Anything coming up?
Oh, I'm going to take Kayla Saturday.
Okay.
What game are you on?
The Mean Green training, my
Workout
class.
people.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
So it's a nice little formal gala.
Yeah. Hey, turn up.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything coming up.
No, I think everything else is gonna be towards the end of the year.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm trying to do the opulence for New Year's, but that's about it. I am gonna go to. I will have a show before then. I'm gonna go to this black show, 6 Lack Black. The artist, the singer.
Oh yeah. Oh, where he coming? I like
On
him.
the 14th, it's him and Ari Lennox.
Oh, I'm gonna jump off stage.
Ari Lennox is really good too. She does some.
Bell money radio.
No, Ari Lennox. She does like this song Whipped Cream and some other shit like that. But she has good music too. I'm gonna go to that on the 14th. They had Revention.
Oh, that's
Hers at Revention on Thursday.
Yeah, I seen that.
Hers at Revention. She was at Revention for like 20. Yeah, it's on Thursday.
Tomorrow.
It's tomorrow Thursday?
Yeah.
Damn, I thought today was Tuesday.
Yeah.
Damn, okay. Yeah, she's at Revention for 20 and Black is at Revention on the 14th for 30. So they were cheap shows.
Okay.
One bad. Anywho, if nothing else, I guess we're gonna get on about it here.
Being about that life, you already established that.
You don't even take a little piss.
Yeah, for a little bit.
You ain't pissing on me.
Get your R. Kelly on.
Hell no.
I bet R. Kelly paid a lot when he pissed on the girl.
I bet you did too.
Wait, in the video, he pays them before they start.
Yeah, he paid them. I mean, not condoning no.
Yeah, but he pays like, before him and the girl get it on, he pays her the
I'm
money.
just saying, given the fact that niggas pay a lot to piss on people, I'm sure he paid them.
Yeah, y'all got some messed up fetishes, man. That's nasty.
You got fetishes, actually? We need to have an episode on like sexual.
We're going to have to get somebody on that for
I don't have any fetishes.
You like feet?
Prude.
I don't like his feet. No, don't touch my feet.
Damn, Ashley, you are approved.
She likes to dress up in costumes.
You're
I do.
fuzzy. Was that
Furries.
Furry. You're
Yeah.
a furry. People that wear costumes and have sex with each other.
like pretty much like people with like the amusement park kind of stuff, but they just like squirrels and shit and bears and shit.
And they be
No.
fucking with
That's
their
just, oh my
costumes on.
god, y'all weird.
That's some weird shit.
Or the people that dress up in like all latex. They just want
I like whips and shit. Tie that nigga
So
up.
BDSM.
BDSM.
Let
I
me
know
stop.
what
Child, really? You be-
Let me stop. No, I have no fetishes.
We're gonna have an episode on that. We're gonna have a sex therapy.
we gonna have a lot of shit coming in 2019.
Yeah.
A lot of different guests, a lot
It's
of.
going. Maybe 2019 I'll pump it up, but I'm a little bored.
You know what to get out there.
I have no fetishes.
That's all
Get you
right.
one of the men.
Don't
that
touch me with your feet.
That's all right. When you find your Myron, you go,
I
hey,
need
you're right.
ass go swipe them visas.
That's your Myron.
No, don't do it.
Follow you home every night.
Dog, I gotta go get gas.
You pay all your bills.
I love you, Ashley Ray. So, Ashley Ray, this is where you get gas in, huh?
I'm already scared. I'm gonna check that back of the truck.
Alright, man. Let's go.
All right. As always, we hope you have laughed a little, learned a lot. We hope we have helped you find the remedy to whatever's troubling you. This is What's the Remedy Podcast.
I need a nigga that's gonna swipe them visas.